Alrighty, so we're back again, and as you can tell with my layout here, I got both sides taken off of my front shock riser here. This is one's the left and one's the right, of course, all laid out. Made sure I got all my parts, so I'm not missing anything. All my C-clips or E-clips are accounted for each one of my rods. Also the back ones for my turn axle carriers. Forgive me if I'm not using the appropriate lingo that is in the book, but these here are the mounts for the top of the shock right here. I took them out, put them all back together so I know which way they went. So now I did notice one thing I talked about earlier when I got into this thing where I could see it, and I talked about pushing this through instead of pulling it out. Once I got in here and I could see way up in here where it needed to be cleaned up, you see this little black hole right here. That's actually an Allen key. So I believe if I get in here and I can just turn and back this out, I bet that is a set screw, and it is coming out right there. See that coming out? So I take this set screw out, voila, and keeping our fingers crossed, I bet I can pull this out now, which will release this shock from being captured. Let's see how, oh, look at that. Yeah, you can tell right here there's an indentation right by my thumbnail. So that set screw was holding that in. I'm glad I saw that and I didn't try to fight that out. So there's that pin. It comes out. We'll lay that right there. And then maybe this should just, there we are, slide right out of there so we can remove the shock. So we'll lay that piece out and put the shock here in line. Let's try this other one. That was easy enough, right? Oh, let's put that with it. Let's slide that down here where it goes. Yes, I'm particular. So, all right. My wife always says I am a meticulous perfectionist. So, this one's a little gummed up, but it is exiting the structure. These all look like they're still relatively in decent repair. The parts, I haven't seen any cracks or problems with anything yet. Look at that, like a champ, like it was supposed to come apart. Voila. Move my Allen key. That goes there, that goes there. All right. These will probably push out with a little bit of help even and get in and tear these shocks apart. Let's see what we got left over here. Get these A-arms out of here. A-arms. Shock risers. Alright. I just call stuff what I want to call it. I know what I always used to say. Don't listen to what I say, understand what I mean. There's one. When I get all these parts apart, I can start giving them a bath. I talked about that the other day with these type of the plastic pieces, as discolored as they are, giving them a hydrogen peroxide bath. So I went to the pharmacy store the other day and picked up 2 big bottles of hydrogen peroxide, and if it'll ever quit raining enough around here where I can set them outside in the sunshine, I Gonna try that. I saw a neat clip where somebody had taken some aluminum foil, laid it on the bottom, on the ground or whatever, a table, then put a glass dish on top of it, like a casserole dish, and then, woo, look at the difference in that. Dirty and clean. All right, back to my story. Then filled the glass casserole dish up with the hydrogen peroxide, and in doing so, soaked all these pieces, and then they could be reflected from the backside with the aluminum foil. So I thought, hey, that's using your cranium. So I think I'm going to go that route myself and see what I can do with that. There's one nasty piece with its screw, and can't wait to get my screw packages in and make sure I got all these replacement parts, because if anything I was never looking forward to, it would be having to clean up all these screws. So I am not wanting to do that. These definitely need to be cleaned up. They're filthy. And then, what do we got left? Oh, we still have just a little components of those. Balls to take off. And there we have them. Two of those, and let's see if I can reach in around this thing. It's so little. They're actually threaded through the fiberglass. There's one. I don't want to hurt the actual ball because I don't want it scarred up, but just getting it a little loose, and you can take them out with your fingers, just like that. Alright, and then the front shock riser is complete, just like the back one. Well, folks, it looks like everything there. So until next time, we'll tackle the back half.